as a woman in finance and a real leader in the finance space, what do I struggle with? So I think I've gotten better, but there is still a stigma of working women, especially business owners out there in the world, and it's tough. There were appointments. I remember when I was pregnant with. I specifically remember one. It was a gentleman who did not become a client, but he looked at me when I was pregnant and said, "Well, what are you going to do after you have the baby?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to take some time off. I have this team to support. I'll be available in the background." And then he'll start daycare, when he's 3 months. We have this great location across the street. We feel really comfortable with it. We toured it, all that good stuff. And he looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You're really going to let a stranger raise your baby?" And that was a tough one. And I looked him straight back in the eyes and said, "They're not raising my child, but yes, they are going to be helping." And that, I think, in our business as a female is still out there, is that, are we allowed to be happy with our success? And does that take away from our happiness with our children? And the short answer is no. It's something that I've had to work through, not having guilt about how proud I am of my job, not having guilt about the fact that sometimes mom does have to work late, or sometimes mom does have to travel for work. There's still a lot of outside influences that are a lot of noise in that space, where I don't think my male peers necessarily get. So, I would say that managing that as a female is really important. But what I try to look at is, I'm hopefully becoming this role model that my sons can look up to as a female, that my sons growing up can know that their mom not only was there and, volunteering at field day, and had a schedule where she could do that. Why could she do that? Because she was a business owner, right? She read to my class every single year. She volunteered for the Halloween parties. I can do that because I run my own schedule. I don't have to ask for time off. I'm also building an enterprise, a business that's helping hundreds of people and hundreds of families locally and across the country, and have built these amazing relationships. And I hope that they're going to see that I was able to balance both of that. And I do think, though, that is something that, unfortunately, a lot of women don't necessarily always get positive feedback on.